didn't give much thought to how Rob was feeling. Research suggests that the upheaval of having a baby leads 3% of fathers to get depression in the first year of their child's life. I'm meeting Mark Williams, whose wife got postnatal depression after the birth of their son. Hi Mark, lovely to meet you.
Yeah. My wife always said it was like a switch went on and, didn't know anything about depression at the time.
But it wasn't just Mark's wife who was depressed. The stress of watching her suffer pushed Mark to develop the illness himself.
Yeah.
Depression started instantly?
No, it grew. And obviously, like a lot of men, we don't talk about feelings. And it just got worse. And it's my frame of mind,
Mood.
Yeah, low mood.
Looking back now, is the one incident that you can pick out as being a real low point for you?
Yeah, I think it's when my mother-in-law found me, in a chair upstairs, and I was just like rocking back and forth, emotionally. I was crying, and it was she actually said to me, "Mark, you need help, like, I really do need help, like." But like I said, I still ignored it. Yeah, it's horrific when I look back.
Yeah.
Low times.
Mark was so embarrassed and confused by how he was feeling, he kept it hidden. Was there anyone you could talk to?
No, well, my best mate for 25 years, you talk about things, but you don't understand it really until you actually go for that situation. And I didn't know what depression was, so how were they going to understand it as well?
What was the turning point then? When did you think this needs sorting out?
One day I went to work and I just sat in the car and I just burst out crying and couldn't see any enjoyment.
At breaking point, Mark eventually spoke up and got help.
The best thing I did was coming forward because a lot of people understood and they seen what I was rather than this depressed person, and people always say I'm always smiling. And that was one of the things, is that behind this smiley face I was actually depressed.
So what's helped for you?
I went and get counselling myself then, which was fantastic, and a really good counsellor.
It must be pretty embarrassing for a man to turn around and say, I've got postnatal depression.
Well, I'm from Upper Valleys, which is very much like a rugby and...
Very manly
yeah.
Younger postnatal depression.
I'm surprised how much people have come up to me and said,
really?
Do you know what, Mark, I've gone for that myself. Like,
as a man, is the support, was there less support? How did you find it?
When I went for it, was nothing whatsoever. No.
It's been 8 years since Mark suffered with PND, but it still haunts him. He wants to help other dads going through the same situation and has set up a charity called Fathers Reaching Out.
And I decided to actually set this up because I couldn't get over when I looked on the internet. There was still nothing in 2011, nothing whatsoever.
Meeting Mark has kind of made me realise what Rob must have gone through. Because it must be pretty depressing seeing your wife go through postnatal depression and adjusting to being a father yourself and all these changes and everything that the woman has to go through, that the man has to go through, but he's got to be the rock and the support. So it's pretty difficult for the man too. Like me, Mark got better when he finally stopped pretending he was okay.